Hi, my name is Ev. Welcome to Buddy is in Charge and welcome to Ballygannon Woods in County Wicklow. This is known as the People's Millennium Forest, and there are a number of sites around Ireland, and hopefully you'll be able to see where they are dotted about. We're at number 1. Today we are following the Jubilee walk. At the turn of the millennium, it was decided that each household in Ireland would have a native tree planted in their honour. And it is within this forest that some of those 1.3 million trees are planted. The nearest town is Rathdrum, and that has got excellent transport links via bus and also by rail. There are again lots of insects in this woodland, which is lovely to see. Buddy has found a nice little stream to get a drink, although I always carry water for him anyway. But this stream actually flows down into the Avonmore river just below us here. And that flows down in through Rathdrum and then on into the Avoca River, which we have visited before. The phone imagery just does not do this place justice. But hopefully you get an idea as to our surroundings. Buddy is leading the way, so we're going down these steps. And we're going to go in this direction, in through this lovely glade. So we have come down those steps, and we have now got a boardwalk to follow. And I can hear fun and laughter and young people ahead, so I want to make quite sure that we don't catch them on images. So on we go. So the track brings you down to Rathdrum Rugby Club. This path skirts the rugby club, so just make sure you take it, otherwise you might get locked into the rugby club. We're not doing it today, but it is an option for another day. So we have left the holiday resort and we are now coming back up into the village again of Rathdrum. So just in case you miss it, if you are going to do this loop, just know you are going to go up into the town itself. Some lovely old stone buildings. Remnant of our past post box. Some beautiful gardens to enjoy as we walk past them. Rathdrum was a very important mill town over the last number of centuries. Lovely gateway into the church. This is a lovely view over parts of the walk we've already done. We're about 2 miles away from where the car is parked, so it's a good distance. And on we go. This is quite typical of Ireland, as in we've done most of the walk already and we've now found the map. So we're heading towards now the Famine graveyard, St Anne's Parish Church, Rathdrum. And it's behind this that there is a path which will bring us onto what's called a mass path, and that will bring us up to the Famine graveyard. These old paths date back to the penal times. Brings us out into this lovely shaded path. I guess this is the way we're going. So we're going down a nice shaded track. But he would be delighted for that. So we stopped a few times, just letting Buddy have a little relax. I have to remember he is getting on in years. He's come up to 12 years of age now. Still going strong. But yeah, so we go along this track and see where it brings us. I always love these old Irish roads, or boreens as we could call them. Another way of calling them is a clocken, and I'll spell that out in the comments. After that nice little trip down that lovely leafy laneway, we are now at a notice board telling us a little bit of information about Rathdrum Famine and Workhouse Graveyard. It was in operation between 1847 and 1944. These would have been known as shank yards because people did not have the wherewithal to have a proper burial or gravesite. During the height of the famine, there was one person, at least one person every day, who'd passed away, and they would have been brought up by horse and cart or pony and trap up this very pathway. Being Irish, whose ascendants survived the famine, we always respect those who did not survive the famine. Nearly every town and village in Ireland have one of these plots. They're so well kept, because look at this, isn't this absolutely stunning? So we're going to go over here now, pay our respects, and carry on the Jubilee loop. If you can have such a thing as a nice graveyard, this one certainly is. It is the best kept famine graveyard I've ever come across. And I've come across quite a few. I am not a religious person, but I do understand how important this is to so many people. I'm sure you can see the lumps and bumps here in the ground. And in this particular graveyard there are recorded 8,024 burials. Normally they would not have known as to how many people would have passed away, as a lot of them were just placed into mass graves. But this is one which at least people were recorded. With the graveyard behind us, we now have to cross the field here along the old Mass path. I presume I can see a little bit of a path in front of me, so on we go. This has been a very diverse walk again. So we've had today forest, we've had a rugby club, we've had a caravan park, a river, a town, arable fields, a famine graveyard, and now back into these woods again. Fantastic. These are stunning woods, but the track is not accessible for all. We've had to go through stiles, up and down steps, and now we have got this. Okay, we've got a good trail underneath our feet at the moment, but yeah, it's not suitable for people who need wheels. Anybody with a good bit of fitness, no problem to them. So the Jubilee walk is around about 6 kilometres, or around about 4 miles. We're coming now down to the end of the trail. So this is a good place to say thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you again soon.